I'm gonna be honest with you guys, man. And this is a video I've been wanting to make for the last few days, but it finally came back to me last night. And what the video is about is how spirit can come in and help you, or God, or wherever you want to call him, can come in and help you in different ways. And how in certain religions they try to tell you you have to go to church or you have to be a certain way for God to help you. I want to let you guys know Spirit helps me every day. Yahweh and Yeshua help me every day. And it's not just reading the Bible ways that they can help you, it's not just going to church. God will meet you where you are in life. And I'm living proof of that. God is upgraded with the times. God will reach out through you, through people, and through technology. Because I can't tell you guys personally how many times I've needed Him, and He reached out with me through a YouTube video, or through a certain spiritualist, or through a certain situation. So God is modern. God is not old style through the Bible. You can reach out to God, and God will respond to you through whatever he needs to get to get through to you. I'm living proof of it. I live it every day. And God has reached out to me through YouTube. He's reached out to me through TikTok. He's reached out through different people. Whatever I'm going through in a situation, God will make a person talk about it, or He will make me run across a video, or my parents will talk about the very thing I'm going through. So don't let people confuse you and tell you you have to be a certain way, or you have to be at a certain church, or you have to be in a certain place for God to reach out to you. And God will come to you as you are, and He will not judge you, and He will contact you in different ways. So don't ever let the church or anybody tell you how God will reach out to you. That's my one problem with certain religions. They try to confuse you and scare you into thinking just because you don't go to church, or just because you don't do something a certain way, God will not contact you, or God will leave you alone, or you will go to hell for not being a certain way. God will accept you for who you are, how you are, right where you are. All you have to do is reach out and let Him know you're listening. Let Him know you want Him to guide your life, and He will step in and come to you. Because, like I said, He's came to me in multiple ways, multiple times, multiple nights, multiple days I've been up, multiple days I've woken up, multiple nights I've woken up with messages, with videos, with certain things that I was going through that I didn't tell nobody. But God knew, God reached out to me, and God's been standing by me, and God's brought me everything that I got in my life now is because of Spirit, and Spirit specifically. So I can't, so I can personally tell you that God can be there for you. I can show you multiple times where God has been there for me. And so, and I feel like I'm a modern day prophet, or I'm a modern day disciple of God. I'm a modern day prophet, just like He had apostles and modern day people and people to speak for Him back then. I'm one of them now, but I'm an up to date version. God updates with the times. God doesn't stick in that old way of thinking. God doesn't stick in that old way of time. God updates with the times. So don't let anybody tell you how to praise God. Don't let anybody tell you that God has to reach out to you in a certain way. God will come to you any way He have to get a message through to you. And I'm not telling you something I think. I'm telling you something I experience day by day. I'm telling you something I've went through day by day. And as I've worked through my problems and been more honest about my life, I've earned more things. And I'm still earning things. It's kind of shocking and crazy to believe what's happening to me right now. And I have a surprise for you guys later on today that I'm going to expose and show you guys a little bit later to just be a testament of my faith and just showing you guys that God can reach out to you in any way and He will change your life if you're open to Him, and you have to be willing to be open and be honest about your life and do your spiritual work. I know I say that a lot, but that's really important. You have to be willing to admit your flaws, work through your flaws, and become better. And you have to accept your flaws as well as your good things, and you will become better. And I'm just going to be a little bit more honest about my life and the things that went on with me personally to get me on the spiritual journey. And see, with me, I personally sent out, I was in college for a little while, but it wasn't really what I wanted to do. And God knew that. I'm going to tell you an example of how I knew God knew that. God made me stay in there for about 8 weeks. Then when He really saw I didn't want it, or He really saw it wasn't for me, He made me sent off. He made me sent off for my FAFSA, and it got denied twice. What a FAFSA is educational money for you to stay in school. But when I sent off for it, he let it get denied twice because he knew in my heart that wasn't what I was really into. I was just doing it because at that time I was under the impression of that's what I wanted to do for other people. That's what I wanted to do because everybody else was doing it. That's what I wanted to do just to make other people proud. It wasn't something I was really that deeply into. I would have to hype myself up and make myself excited to just continue to do it. And it was something that I had success at for a while, for about 6 weeks. I ain't gonna say I was suckish at it, 'cause I was good at it, but it wasn't something that was really in my heart. It wasn't something that I really wanted to pursue, and God knew that, so He made sure that I wouldn't have to do it, and He led me to the right path that I am on today. And that's another thing that I wanted to talk about. Just because other people want you to do something, or just because other people have a lifestyle doing something, don't mean you have to follow the traditional path and do what other people do. Like, for example, my dad and my brother are truck drivers. That's just what they love to do. Don't get me wrong, I love big trucks too, but I ain't never want to be a truck driver. So I broke the tradition and started my own path. And I don't know who needs to hear it, but you can break the tradition too and start your own path, your own way. You don't have to go with the tradition. You don't have to be like everybody else. You can be the first one to do something that changes your whole family and take them in a whole different direction. It's okay. You don't have to feel obligated to follow everybody else. You don't have to feel obligated to follow the traditional path. You can make your own way, and that's what I want to be living proof of. Because once I follow spirit, it's completely changed my life. It's gave me everything I've ever wanted, and everything I will ever have is because of spirit. But that was because I took the initiative to step out there and follow my heart and do and did what came naturally to me, and I never looked back. So I don't know who needs to hear it, but you don't have to be traditional. You don't have to go with the flow. You don't have to be like everybody else. Dare to be different. Dare to be you. Dare to follow your heart, and dare to be honest with yourself. Because being honest with yourself and dealing with your flaws is how I got to be where I am today. I dared to change my life. I dared to be outspoken. I dared to be honest with myself. And I dared to be open about what I went through. And you see what's happening for me. So let me be the example that you don't have to be traditional. You can be different, and you can be you, and you can still make it and be successful. Just dare to be you, man. Dare to be outspoken. Dare to be different. Dare to be yourself. Dare to show the world who you are. I dare you to be your outspoken self. in my opinion. But that's just my opinion, though.